The Caribbean island nation that borders the Dominican Republic on its eastern flank and Jamaica and Cuba to the east. Seeking to emerge from a 2021 that saw its former president Jovenel Moïse assassinated in brazen fashion, followed by twin natural disasters, including an earthquake that killed over 2,000 people, with close to half of the population of 11 million, requiring humanitarian aid this year alone.
Gang violence continues to plunge major urban centers into lawlessness and grief. Criminal armed groups have a strong hold on the economic and social lives of millions of children, women, and men. Their indiscriminate use of abduction, murder, as well as sexual and gender-based violence as a means to terrorize local populations in the fight to extend their territorial control is particularly abhorrent.
The SRSG warned that the Haitian National Police had limited capacity with acute staff shortages, while remaining under-resourced and therefore unable on their own to curtail the alarming rise in gang-related insecurity.
An overstretched, understaffed, and under-resourced police cannot, on its own, curtail the alarming rise in gang-generated insecurity. To provide the HNP with much-needed relief, the government, Haiti's international partners, and the United Nations have jointly resolved to strengthen international support and coordination of assistance to the institution, with a view to ensuring its effective and structured long-term development. In order to address the gaps that ail the police, this newfound momentum, epitomized by the imminent creation of a multi-donor basket fund, must now translate into increased government funding for the force, as well as additional international financial and technical support.
She also pointed to impunity on the island, where the judicial system suffers from grave structural weaknesses that needs urgent reform.
Impunity represents another intractable phenomenon which Haiti urgently needs to address. To date, there's been no progress in establishing accountability for the 2020 assassination of Montferrier Dorval, the 2018 massacre in La Saline, or the ones which occurred in Bel Air in 2019 and 2020. Moreover, some 7 months after the ghastly assassination of President Moïse, the national investigation into his murder has stalled, a situation that fuels rumors and exacerbates both suspicion and mistrust within the country.
This week, a pledging conference for Haiti's reconstruction raised $600 million in new pledges. What the UN says demonstrates the international community's commitment to the country.
The United Nations is committed to supporting the government's response, whether in the post-disaster earthquake context or more broadly in its development plans and commitments to reach the SDG targets.
In a world of multiple crises, Haiti continues to fight for its place on the global agenda, no less as it moves towards elections later this year. Sherwin Bryceby's SABC News, New York.